I started the live a little early, but we're gonna start the live at 1. Um, I just wanted to make sure I had everything working right because I haven't done this in so long. I might have lost my touch. So what we're gonna do today is first we're gonna talk about Cody Bigsby. He's been on my mind a lot lately, and so I googled him and saw that something had popped up just like an hour before I googled him. So we're gonna go over that, and yeah. So we got 6 minutes left. Just hang out, just chill, relax, get your popcorn. I got my soda. Well, I have my meal. I don't drink sodas anymore. I drink diet sodas only. But in the meantime, I've been good. I had my surgery like 3 weeks ago. So, like, I came back because I was really anxious to get back on. But then I had my surgery like the next week. And so I had to disappear again for a couple of weeks. But I am back for sure now, healing up well, um, feeling great, feeling better than I felt in the last 12 years. I'm going to say that. Feeling better than I felt in the last 12 years. So thank God for that. Um, I got one more surgery to have. That's my rotator cuff repair. And then I will be done with going under. Yep. So now that I am officially back, I'm going to jump back into my 10 p.m. time slot, but I'm going to push it back like 15 minutes and do it at like 10:15 at night instead of 10 p.m. Like I was doing because I have some things that I do that tend to take me up until about 10 o'clock at night, sometimes a little bit past. So if I if I set it for 10:15 as my regular time, I should be able to make it on time every time I'm gonna go live. Yep. I've been really missing doing this though. I've been missing just like the camaraderie and just I don't know, jumping back in feels like I'm so behind. It's like I missed a year of school and then when I came back they put me in the grade that I should have been in if I didn't miss a year. So yeah, I feel like I'm way behind and I gotta catch up and I don't know. So hey, jump in. Dive in head first. I might have got a little rusty, but it'll come back to me. So the G babies are all doing great. Bubby has glasses now. The next time I go up there, I'm gonna take a picture of her with her glasses on, and I'll post it for you guys. She's so cute with her glasses on, but she hates wearing them. She almost refuses to wear them. She'll wear them for like 2 or 3 minutes at a time, and then they're coming off. I was really surprised the last time I was up there to see her come home from school and actually have her glasses on. Yeah, I miss my little Bubby. Y'all know that was my partner in crime, or should I say, my partner in true crime. Yeah. Now I do have the join link up there. After we cover the Cody update, then if anybody wants to come on panel, just hang out, talk about some stuff, ask some questions, answer some questions, then we'll be open for that after we talk about Cody. All right, we got 2 minutes, so let me go ahead and get this ready. I got two news articles that I'm gonna share. And I guess we'll watch that news clip too, which is probably going to be the same thing that's in the article. And actually, let me do this. Because this one actually has a little more information than the other one. The other one was kind of short and just really clipped. Yeah, this is the article that I read all the way through. Well, I read both of them all the way through, but this one has a little more information, so we're gonna go with this one. And the show is on the road. 1 o'clock. So it says confession allegedly written by Cory Bigsby says he found his son Cody unresponsive and later buried him. All right, Hampton, Virginia. Cory Bigsby, the father accused of killing his 4-year-old son Cody Bigsby, according to the police, is in court today after his attorney filed a motion to throw out a confession statement he allegedly wrote in jail. And this article is from today. From let's see, it was posted at in 12:11 p.m. and then it says it was last updated at 11:57 p.m. So I think they got something wrong with the time there. But yeah, it is from today and it's from within the last like 2 hours or so. At the time of this writing, court is still in session and it's been eventful thus far. For the first time, the alleged confession from Cory Bigsby about the death of his 4-year-old son Cody was read out loud in court. On or around August 3rd, Cory Bigsby allegedly wrote a statement in the Hampton Roads Regional Jail, got an officer's attention, and handed it to the officer, who was present in the courtroom today. The officer broke down and got emotional as he read the statement allegedly written by Cory Bigsby. The officer read the following excerpt from the statement Cory Bigsby allegedly wrote. I stepped outside of my apartment to get some items out of my car to wash clothes. When I got inside, I saw my son laying on the ground unresponsive. I tried to revive him, but he couldn't breathe. I stepped outside and prayed. I then put him in a trash bag and left him in the car for 3 days. I got something to say about that, but we're going to finish the article first. The letter stated he then drove his son's body to Garriott Morgan Boulevard. A quick search on Google Maps shows that's in Maryland. The statement states that this is where Cory buried Cody and then grabbed something to eat. Another key development in the case happened at the hearing. A judge granted permission for Cory's 6-year-old son to provide testimony during the murder trial. Excuse me, I'm getting over a chest cold. The judge said instead of appearing in the courtroom, the son will testify in a separate room. The son's testimony will discuss the relationship between Cory and Cody. The murder trial will take place from March 4th through 8th of next year. And I want to say that I for sure can cover that trial if it does indeed go on at that time. So let's watch the video. If it'll play. Hey in the bushes, how are you? I miss seeing you guys in the chat. Okay, so the video is not gonna play apparently. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over to this other article. And that first article was actually the one that had the most information. But this article also has a video, so maybe we can get the video to play in. It looks like video directly from the courtroom.
And again, 10 on your sides, Kenneth Patterson is.
Come on.
We have breaking news here at midday. We have a major update in the case of missing 4-year-old Cory Bigsby.
New testimony is shedding light about how his father, Cory, allegedly killed his son and hid the body. There's a hearing going on right now in Hampton. Our reporter ran out of the courtroom to bring us this information. So testimony came from an officer at the Hampton Roads Regional Jail in court this morning. He said Cory Bigsby confessed that he found Cody unresponsive one night and then tried to give Cody CPR. Well, then he realized the boy was dead and wasn't coming back. So instead of reporting his son's death, the officer testified that Bigsby told him he put his son in a trash bag, then placed the bag in his car for 3 days. Then he buried the boy's body and threw items in a dumpster.
Meanwhile, the Hampton judge overseeing a hearing just ruled that a 6-year-old boy can testify via video in the trial against Bigsby's father, Cory Bigsby. That boy is another one of Cory's children. The decision came down after testimony from a child trauma expert. As we reported, the defense wanted the boy to testify in person in front of his father, but we're told the boy expressed that he was scared and worried about his feelings and expressed those to a counselor.
The defense is working to get certain police interviews with Cory Bigsby thrown out, and that was part of why we heard from that officer that was in jail. We've been following this story since Cody was first reported missing in January of 2022. His body has never been found, and his father, Cory, has been charged in his death and disappearance. Court documents say he killed Cody sometime in June of 2021. And again, 10 on your sides, Kenneth Patterson is in court right now.
Yeah, and so, of course, look for her updates later on today on Wavy News 10 starting at 4 o'clock. Big news there.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Oh, wow. That escalated quickly. So we went from not really having too much detail in Cody's case to suddenly we've got a lot of information. Like, it might not seem like that's a lot of information, but it really is. And it leaves room for a lot of speculation, because he said, first, before I go any further, the fact that he said he went outside and prayed, then came inside and put his son in a trash bag and threw him in the car for 3 days, I just want to know who he prayed to. That just don't even line up. Yeah, if he buried them, why don't they have him? And they even said that where he buried him, Garriott Morgan Boulevard. I mean, I'm sure that boulevard is pretty long, and they would have to basically do some research and probably ground penetrating radar, or get some experts out there who know how to spot burial sites based on like the plant and vegetation that's growing around it, the difference in the vegetation in the area. Yeah, and cadaver dogs and all this other kind of stuff. I imagine that's not something that they can just go out and willy-nilly do in a day or two, because that, just picture any one street in your city and how long it is. So obviously that's a lot of ground to cover. But it seems to me that if he wrote a confession and gave the name of the road, then he more than likely would have given more detail about where along the road. I really want to see this full confession, this full confession letter. Yeah, they've had a couple of years. And then he wrote this while he was in jail. So when did he get out? They let him out in what, April, February, March, April, something like that. And I'm trying to remember exactly what month. March, April, somewhere around there. So he obviously had to have written that letter before that point in time. And that's another thing. If he wrote this confession letter while he was locked up, how did he end up getting a bond on a murder charge? That just doesn't make sense to me. I still cannot wrap my mind around that they had him sitting in jail all that time with no bond when he was only charged with like the child abuse, child neglect charges, whatever like that. But then they add murder charges and give him a bond. And now that we know about this confession, that means they added murder charges, had a confession, and gave him a bond, which is doubly nonsensical. It just doesn't make sense to me. I don't know. It's not adding up. But I kind of think we're going to start getting more and more information out of this since it's getting closer and closer. I mean, it's been a while. So I think that the March trial date is probably actually going to go through. And I really hope that it does, because that week I have the 3rd through the 10th completely free. So if they have the trial that week, I can cover it, and I really want to, because this Cody case has, I don't know, it just kind of sticks with me, and I think about it a lot, you know, especially with the lack of like information on a regular basis, you know. So I think about it a lot. I actually Google him quite often to find out if there's any kind of updates, anything new, any rumors, anything at all. I don't really get into the Facebook groups and stuff. I really try to stay away from Facebook groups on any case, because there's so much speculation and rumor and just drama that goes on in those different groups. So I just kind of like try to avoid that, and I stick to um, YouTube videos by other creators. I stick to news articles from reliable sources. I just prefer that over like groups and Twitter and all that kind of stuff. Um, yeah, so I am so ready to see what's gonna go on. Yeah, Facebook is nuts. It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. I actually tried to follow along some of those groups with the Summer Wells case, because Summer Wells is actually what brought me to YouTube to begin with, to create a channel or whatever. And I tried to follow along with some of those groups and some of the Reddit posts and stuff in the Summer Wells case, and it just got way too ridiculous. I want to say the other R word, but I don't want to get banned. I don't want to get canceled, and I just came back. But yeah, it got really ridiculous with that. So that was my kind of toe in the water on Facebook, and I just decided from there on I just wasn't going to deal with it. The social media aspect of it. Um, well, this was a really quick live. It's only been like 12 minutes of actual live, but I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. You can probably tell my voice is kind of strained. I had a really bad chest cold. Bubby gave it to me. Hey, Sleuth Mom. Yeah, Bubby gave it to me. So after I had my surgery, I spent a week at my daughter's house, you know, just hanging out with the grandbabies and recuperating. And so my son's girlfriend came to visit him from Florida, and she had her baby with her, and her baby had a cold. I never touched the baby because when I left the hospital, they told me don't pick up anything heavier than a milk jug. So I never touched the baby because I knew I would want to pick her up and just, she's so cute and chunky. Oh my God, I love babies. But anyway, so she had a cold, and her and Bubby were like playing thick as thieves. So I guess she gave Bubby her cold, and then Bubby would come and like steal my drinks and take over my sodas and kiss on me and hug on me. So Bubby made me sick, and she gave it to me pretty good. Um, but I'm getting over it. It's like the last little dregs of it is still in my chest, and it kind of hurts to talk if I talk for too long. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. What I want to do, it'll either be tonight or tomorrow night. I'm not sure which night. I still want to cover that human trafficking in Southwest Louisiana. I found it in a magazine called the Lanyap, Langniappe. And I guess you know how you have like the city and area local magazines, the big ones that look like tabloids or something, but it's like local information. So if you want to look that up, I'm sure they have a they do actually have a website, and I'm sure you could probably find that article on there. By the time I get on tonight, I'll have that information in case you want to like read along with me, because I know a lot of times I have a hard time catching it when people are reading to me. I kind of have to read it for myself. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just the way people talk when they read. But I really sometimes I don't get it when people are reading to me. I'll have that information so that you can read along if you want to. And I will see you guys either tonight or tomorrow night. I love you all. Thank you for hanging in there with me these few months that I've been gone. I'm glad to be back. Really excited about what's to come for the channel. And I'll see you guys later. Love you.